Hey y'all, I forgot that I didn't make an update video to my last video, which was talking about at&t Cricket, this whole situation where basically they disabled my phone and said that it was incompatible with their network. Um, so just following up that, basically I just want to confirm to you, it is true that my phone is capable of functioning on their network, and my phone instead has been blacklisted because um, the device itself is, at least according to their HD voice thing, whatever it is, they're just flagging any devices that have not paid for that to be applied within their system. So even though my phone fully functioned on their network for however long it did, the reason why it was disabled is because after a certain point, it switched to when they were taking down their 3G towers. My old device information was still attached to the account, and that's why it wasn't flagged. And then when they started taking down the 3G towers, at whatever point they took it down, that's when I stopped getting service. Or at least like that's the an update on my phone triggered something, plus that in combination with the 3G towers being taken down allowed them to figure out that my device wasn't necessarily the one that was on file, because after a while I would have to have gone to the store and gotten a new phone anyway. Regardless, it's BS on what they were telling me, because after putting in some another person's SIM card, I was able to get data for a few seconds or whatever. But then I took it out because I didn't want to like have it too long so that their account gets flagged. I ended up able to switch my cell phone provider over to Verizon, which is I think it's on the CD. I forget what the acronym is, but that's a different type of communication technology. And my phone's compatible with both. It functions flawlessly, and I'm getting 5G on my phone. Um, it's basically like at&t is just trying to screw people out of their phones. They're trying to get you to upgrade on devices, and they're strong arming the companies that are making your phones so that they have to pay to get something that they themselves have basically made up and approved on their servers or their network. Um, so that's what's going on. If your phone suddenly stops working, what I would do for you is to take a look at what devices are accepted on their network, because they do have a list. Is it like exhaustive? No. But basically, you just need to figure out if your device is HD voice compatible, and if it is, then it would function on their network. Or at least it wouldn't get flagged on their network. It should also be a phone that it is at least 4G and above capable, 4G LTE, I think, capable, because the 3G and below towers are being knocked down and they're replacing those with um, the more modern, faster networks, etc. So just something to be consider when if you are deciding to go over to at&t Cricket or any um, company that is using at&t's network. And I would just be careful. I wouldn't. I would do a little bit of research as best you can about your device if you're having networking issues with them. Um, and you might be able to just go ahead and sell your device and upgrade, or you might just want to go to a new network like I did. But basically, it was cheaper for me than paying the amount of money that they were asking to get a functioning phone on their network. And quite frankly, it wasn't something I was considering. Like anything over like, I mean, I love my phone too, and like I want my phone to have, but it just didn't make sense, and it still doesn't make sense. But hopefully, you kind of understand a little bit more. But basically, they're screwing people out of their money, and it's factual because I was able to just go to Verizon and pop a new SIM in over there, and well, not pop it in, but basically transfer my cell phone over, and my phone functions just as fine. Even though I do know it is a different um, communication technology. Ultimately, the phone is still fully functioning, and their network was capable of hosting my phone for 6 months until it was flagged. So they're full of crap. They're trying to get you, and I know I sound like a conspiracy theorist, and maybe some of you have more information, and some of the stuff that I'm saying is not like entirely accurate, but I'm getting the gist of the situation, and I do think that if there's any slight inaccuracies in what I'm saying, it's probably with use of terminology, reasons for why ultimately AT&T is capable of having my phone on their network. They're just choosing not to, and that's fact. That is ultimately what is going on.